welcome back to another episode of the Graceful Gatherings show. I'm your host, Kate Thurman.
And I'm your co-host, Christopher Thurman.
Of course, we already
hmm
starting out having fun on the show.
hmm
We are back this season for the partnership series. When the Lord gave us the partnership series for us to do couples and talk about building, we thought of this amazing couple that God placed in our heart. And we have Coach Alphonso Short and Dr. Anissa Short with us today. Thank you for being here with us, Coach Short and Dr. Anissa.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
It's a pleasure.
We are so excited to have you all here. You guys are lovely couples. You guys do a lot of work together. You do a lot of kingdom work and all of your business together. And we wanted to bring you on and talk about the things and see if we can get some insight from it because y'all got to teach us too. We trying to grow up and be like y'all too. Can you tell us, a little bit of your backstory?
Go ahead, please, honey.
You want
Ladies
me to do
first.
it? Okay.
Yes.
Well, Alfonso and I've been married 28 years. This past May, 30th May, 28 years. We've
Mm,
known each other for almost 30 because, yeah, right at 29 years and 11 months, approximately. We met
mm,
in Miami. At the time in which we met, he lived in Maryland and I lived in Mississippi, and we met in Miami at a conference, work related conference. And he was determined to make me his wife, Chris, and he just continued to woo me until I said yes.
I know
That's
that's right.
that's the Cliff Notes version. Did I miss anything?
She said it all.
I
He saw
love
what he
it.
wanted and went after it.
Hmm.
He was determined.
Hmm. Wow, I love that. And when
Yeah.
you guys, got married, did you think you would be here with all of the things that you're doing and building together? You know how when you first get married, you don't know what to come. You just know you're in love and you just know that this is the person that God told you, this is the person that you're ordained to be with. So, did you guys think that you would be here and doing the things that you're doing?
Well, we definitely were working as a team in getting married. We had a great friendship leading into our marriage. So, and we both were business minded and really of the same cloth because we both were in federal government. So we kind of you mold it sometimes into the agency organization or something. So we had like minds in knowing how we thinking about things and moving forward from the job we had and really looking at aftermath. I'm retired now, but also there was a plan that at some point I would be retiring in life and we
hmm
still will be building and doing things together. But would it be this type of work? I would say no for myself
No,
personally.
I didn't see it either.
I did public speaking and things, but
Right,
not in the area doing a podcast or writing books and what her endeavors are in her businesses.
right. So I ditto that. I never thought the media space is where we would be, honestly. Even though we were very much engaged, like we did trainings and conferences and things when we were working with federal government and what have you, I was already in an entrepreneurial space,
Hmm.
working in a business sector where I would coach and work with women to building businesses from home. And then I would do contractual like projects with different individual clients. But the media space, writing the book, the first book, when I wrote my first book, I figured that was a one and done. I was
Mm.
doing that to support the community for which I was working with then, which was women in business. But now, fast forward, we both have books published, we both have podcasts, and we travel together in doing this. Just like I said that just the other day, I said, imagine this: we met traveling,
Mm.
then when we got married, we traveled together because sometimes his job would send him to a destination and I would tag along. And then
Mhm.
sometimes my job would send me to a destination and he would come along. I said, now you're retired. I'm still self-employed, but we're still traveling together. So we mastered that skill working with the government.
I love
That's
that.
great. That's
I
great.
love
Yeah.
that. I love that. I
So,
love that.
so how did when she wrote her book, was it did it give you inspiration to write yours?
No.
Or no? No, you said no.
I still in Anissa writing, like you say, still she was in training mode of writing, so that it wasn't any other type of style.
Right.
All right.
And we talk business. I may have involvement while she's writing, and
Mm.
she's throwing her stuff out at me to how does this sound? What do you think? Uh, Sounds good, because I see her train and I know sounds
Mm.
like you. That's going to be great. And never looking at maybe I need to start penning and putting my stuff in the books
No, he
and put
never.
it out because I'm working with kids, I'm working with adults, I'm teaching at work, training in church and ministry, leading particular groups, and she starts saying, "Well, you got time now. You don't have the excuse. You don't have time to
Nothing like
start
a faithful
something."
wife to push you to your next. And
But
and truth be told, Alfonso was the inspiration for me writing my first book because the content that's in the first book that I wrote for home-based entrepreneurs, he heard me do a lot of conversations. I'm engaged in conversations. People would call me and ask me questions, and I would give them advice. I mean, I could literally be getting dressed to get ready for church or to go somewhere with him, and I'll say, "Okay, grab paper and pen. I'm just gonna start spitting out stuff, and I'll give it to you." And then I remember him after a call. He looked at me. He says, "You just did a 45-minute training. What did you charge her?" And I was like, "I didn't charge anything. What do you mean?" He says, "That was a workshop." I was like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
"Oh, well, I guess you got more." I said, "Well, I'm just helping her." And he says, "Well, you need to help yourself because you keep." And so I said, "You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to write this book with the same content in it. I made it available as an ebook, and then I had it as a video training that came with the book. So the next time someone said, ask those questions, I could say, send me $10 and I'll send you the information." And that's what I
Mm.
started doing. So he was my inspiration. Fast forward, Alfonso had been doing these today's short stories every week on Sundays, inspirational thought with a scripture base, and he was texting them to lots of people over and every Sunday. I was like, "How many text messages are you sending out?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know." I said, "We need to create a Facebook page for you so you can create a community." He was like, "I
Mhm.
don't want to be on Facebook. I don't need to be on Facebook. I ain't trying to do all that." I said, "Whatever." And I went ahead and created the Facebook page. I said, "So now when you create your post," I said, "I'm not saying you shouldn't text it to them, but we'll post it inside this Facebook group. And then you could tell people to start following." Kate, I promise you, within 48 hours, he had over 300 people join the group.
See?
Mhm.
So I said, "So are you sending this many messages out every Sunday?" So now, instead of me trying to condense and streamline his process, now what he does is he sends it to everybody in Messenger, in addition to posting to the Facebook page. So then it was
Okay.
later I said, "I need to put these in a book. You need
Mm-hmm.
these need to be put in a book." So we did started with the first book, Be Transformed, which is a 31-day devotional, and it contains those short stories that he had. And at this point, he probably was what 3 years in,
yeah,
2 or 3 years in. So I just went in
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
there and pulled out 31 of them and stuck them in a book, and
Mm-hmm.
that's so yeah. So I was he was my motivation, and I was his
I
motivation.
love it.
Okay.
I love it. See?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
See,
Just
when looking at you two and seeing everything you're doing, it's an inspiration to us and others. Do you have any words of wisdom or inspiration for couples who are married and maybe want to get in business together, whatever that looks like for them?
like, what are the do's and don'ts?
well, the thing is first of all, be authentic in being yourself,
Mhm.
and you may have a different contrast of things that you do, your interests, but take the time to see how you can bring some of it together where it represents you all as the couple and still the uniqueness of what you do. As you
Right.
see, I mean, Anissa not only writes, but her empowerment and training with women, and mine is I'm working with young men basically and men in general, but still to the general public. But I don't have it in me at this stage of my life to what you say writing books. That's the reason I call
Mm,
mine today's short story
I
because
like
I
it.
know
Yeah.
everybody will read a snippet,
Mhm.
Yep.
and people don't read as much as we think they do or should
Mhm.
anymore. So I didn't want to have anything lengthy. Trying to write a book for me, the anthology was a great challenge, but the way that she made it easy for me to do it and to influence other men to say, hey, you're only writing a chapter in the
Mm-hmm.
book. Because some people, and the men that even wrote with me in this particular book that I have, they may find that the writer in themselves and really want to write a book. I
Mm.
talk a lot, but I don't. I'm not that flavorful in making an exciting book for you to read with something going on because I'm not that open. I'm open as I is necessary, but I don't care to share everything about me, like, cause I'm not that interesting anyway. But I
You
don't
are
have a
interesting.
story to keep you all on the edge of your seat. What's
Yeah.
next?
Mm.
But I'm not like that. But I'm learning from her to be able to share some things, and some things is just it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. You saw
Yeah.
you saw my face when you said you don't talk a lot. I'm
Mm.
like,
Girl, Alfonso says that he does talk a lot. The thing is that he's like the oven, whereas I'm the microwave. I come out like, hey, how you doing? My name is Anissa. I'm ready to meet and greet, and
mm-hmm.
and then you ask me how's my day going. I was like, my day has been fantastic. I've been really busy today. Yada yada yada. You ask him the same questions, he's gonna say things are fine.
That's him.
It answers the question.
Yeah, it does. It does. It
Like,
does. Yeah, when he was working on this anthology project, what we did was I suggested that he come up with questions for the men to answer, and
Mm-hmm.
then when they answer the questions from it, will create their chapter. Well, he came up with 100 questions.
Mm.
I said, "Babe, we're not gonna do 100 questions. We'll narrow it down to like maybe 25." And we said maybe 100 words per question. That'll make up a decent chapter. Well, the man who came up with 100 questions, when it came time to him to complete his chapter, I read it and I was like, babe, what kind of answer is this? He says, my answer. I'm like, we need more detail. He said, I have no more to give. I said, yes, you do. This is this. You gotta say something more than this, babe. And then I'll go, and then I said, never mind, I'll just do it myself. And then I'll put it in there and I'll say, now, how about this? He's like, that don't even sound like me. I said, well,
Oh my God.
this is not for you. This is for the reader. You know what I'm saying? Then we realized some of the other men were the same way. I was like, listen, bruh, you have got to give us more because you're answering this question because we're wanting to convey a message to the reader, whether that be a teenage boy, a college student, or a more matured man. So it just took a little coaching.
Is
I love
is
He
that
that.
is that a man
didn't know this
thing?
when look
It's
Chris when he wanted me to be his wife, he didn't know he was marrying his coach.
Well,
yeah,
we do. We marry our coaches because
yeah,
they see things in us that we do see, but we rather keep it to ourselves, and their job is to bring it out to the world.
yeah.
Yeah, like that one or two words. Yes. No. I'm like, you gotta
Hmm.
give me more.
I know.
That's me. Like if you put all of that, that don't even sound like me. Like if I get his phone and try to text respond back to someone in the family or something, that don't even sound like me. They know that's you.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
I, I love that.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Wow.
Mhm.
How do you guys stay encouraged?
We push each other to
Yeah.
look at life every day. Is that it's life is life in the term that's used now, but we can't predict what every second of life or every minute, and we can write down our agendas for the day, and it only takes one thing to happen
To throw
on
it
the
off.
upside or
Yeah,
downside to
right.
throw it off, and you just have to
We
say
pivot.
make the pivot and
Mhm.
not make the best of what's happening, just be your best with what's happening.
Yeah.
I
One
like
thing I'll
that.
say too, I think I really believe that the magic of all of this, and I say this to anyone, is that it's important for you to be friends. And
Yeah.
Alfonso and I were truly friends because again, I told you we met in Miami. That was the first acquaintance. So we were colleagues that
Mhm.
then eventually became friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the process of building a friendship, I went, oh, I think he likes me.
Yeah.
It's been a setup. I believe I've been set up, And so,
It's a
so I
setup because
liked him
I
as
like it too.
I liked him as a person. I respected him as a man. I liked him as a person, as far as his personality and all of that. So that made he was easy to talk with. So
Mhm.
since we've been married, it's just I married my friend.
I love
So
that.
when it comes to, and as a matter of fact, we just heard this. just either today or yesterday, a pastor making reference to when it comes to dating, you need to date to become friends and then marry your friend because it's your friendship that's going to cause you to live through sickness and in health, you
Mhm.
know, for better or worse. When you're friends, you can do that because he
Mm-hmm.
said it's not that much fine in the world that's going to help you stay, you know, stay solid to your vows. So
Mhm.
we stay encouraged because we're each other's friend.
Oh, yeah.
We're friends
Mm.
first more than anything. We're spouses now, of course, now, but we're definitely friends.
I love that. I love that. You my
Yeah,
friend?
I think so.
No,
Yeah.
you know we like to have fun.
You my baby.
No,
Yes.
no.
You are
See,
my friend.
see how y'all just encouraged us.
He
Y'all done
thought about his
motivated
response.
us.
He said, "I think so. Yes, I am. Yes,
He messing. He messing. But it's all in having fun. And
Mhm.
I do believe that, fun is a big part of being married to your friend, to the
Right.
right.
one that God has for you. How do you keep things fun like this? Because Dr. Nissa, you just a hoot. I just love you. How do you guys keep it fun? Because Coach Short is like,
He's silly. I think
He's laughing.
we keep one of the things we always said and have for years. I don't know if this was when we first got married or eventually we said that we wanted our household to be filled with love and laughter.
I love
You
that.
Mhm.
know, love and laughter, and that's of course the theme for our weekly show, shameless plug. But love and laughter. So Al has his own sense of humor. I'm just lighthearted about, you know, I may break out in a song or you know whatever, or Al could say something, or he be trying to, as soon as he trying to be serious and watch his golf, I may go in and do the, you know, the snake or something, you know, just whatever. I just don't want anything to be too intense. I didn't live an
Yeah,
intense
that's
life.
too much.
Yeah, that's just too much. And so while he has this solid look, I'm the yin to his yang, or the yang to the yin. I don't know which one is what.
Uh,
How
d-
would you
Into the
answer
yeah.
that?
Yeah, because he's like he's over there with a straight face, but I know deep down he's over there just laughing at us, just like we. See, I know it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew. I love that. But
Mhm.
you guys balance each other out. Just looking
Right.
at you, and even when I got to meet you guys in person, just the energy that you have for each other. I love that.
Mhm.
So like,
Thank you.
Mhm.
I came home and I told Chris, I said, I love them.
Yeah, I hate I missed it. I had to work.
No, well,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
understood. Somebody got to work, Chris. Somebody got to
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Y'all see me duck down over here?
Yeah, we
Oh,
missed you.
you
We
be
had hoped
working,
you could
baby.
make it, but we understood.
Mhm.
We definitely understood.
There'll be other
Mhm.
occasions for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Do you have anything coming up soon?
Us?
Hmm.
Always, you have to give. I don't keep a schedule. I just
Yes. No,
move.
he doesn't
I just,
keep a schedule. I keep it.
Yes,
So
sir.
Al is going to be featured today with Cyrus Webb Live at noon.
Okay.
As far as
Okay.
a travel event or something of that nature, I am in September. Yeah, next month, he and I both will be a part of a book signing. But and also in that same weekend, that Friday is due to be a book signing. Details soon to come. But on that Saturday, I am being recognized as a Mississippi Success honoree at
Mm.
the radio station WYAD in
Hmm.
Yazoo City, Mississippi, which is
Hmm.
about
Okay.
what 2 hours
but
south of us. So
Hmm.
that's what we've got coming up most immediately, and then in October I'll be in Jackson, Mississippi, with the phenomenal, the event planner extraordinaire Melissa Banks, for her Imagine the Possibilities conference. Not quite. I know I'm gonna be on a panel. I'm not sure what else Melissa got me down for, but it was too funny. I commented on her Facebook page when she posted that tickets
Hmm.
were available today, and I was like, "Oh, Melissa, this sounds like so much fun." And then she says, "I'm excited." And then I sent her a private message. I was like, "Is this the event I'm supposed to be participating in?" She was like, "Anissa, yes. Would you put it on your calendar, please?" So those are the
Hmm.
most. That's that's what we've got coming up. You
Okay.
know, both of us doing the book signing event in September, the same weekend as me being recognized as a Mississippi Success honoree. And then when we go to Jackson, we'll be together. He'll be there as well, for the Imagine the Possibilities conference.
Okay.
That
Mhm.
sounds familiar for us.
Yeah, we might
Yeah.
be. Who knows? We might see you there.
You just might.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you
Yeah.
have any special advice for the audience. Sometimes, our relationships are different. All business relationships are different. What would you say to the audience to help them keep going? It's one thing to go out to work and come home and just see your spouse, but when you are doing everything together, you have to have that foundation set in the beginning. What information or what would you leave with the audience and to help them understand how it's hard work. I say it's hard out here in these streets. And do you have any advice that you guys would leave with the audience?
Yes, in everything we do, we give God the honor, and He's first, and He's our
Amen.
foundational source and resource. So we operate in a place of peace with what we do, and even we're in the house. Everything we do is home base, more or less, but we have the space in the house, not in the square footage, the personal space that we give each other to do what we do. If you call it work, and it's not work because we love what we do, we're just on a kingdom assignment,
Yeah.
actually. But having the respect of each other's boundaries of operating in what we do in assignment, and also not forgetting that we have the covenant as husband and wife.
Yeah, that's good. The only thing I would add to that is if you don't have peace or you can't come together to make a decision about regular household married stuff, don't go into business together.
I like that.
I mean, if
I like
everything is an argument, everything is an argument. What car we need to go drive, what we need to buy, what's going on with the kids. If you always experience contention about the basics of building a life together, don't go into business together because it's only gonna make matters worse. You know,
that's good advice
um,
now, guys.
and then of course you have to respect each other's differences. That's where the friendship element comes in.
Yeah.
Alfonso made reference to space.
Mm-hmm.
I jokingly said this, and I use this phrase a lot of times when I left a meeting. I had an event to attend, so I attended that event, and I said, "Well, you guys, I'm gonna go home now. It's time for me to be a wife for the next 2 or 3 hours." And they was like, well, "What does that mean?" I said, "I carve out time in my day to make sure that the things that I know to keep our home at peace done.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that be doing laundry, he'll do the laundry. We're a team. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I cook most of the time because he prefers my cooking. And when he cooks, that means he went and picked it up. But either way, we eat.
Uh-uh.
Um, so there are times in my schedule, even if I may have a 10-hour day, I'm not committed all 10 hours to strictly working. There may be a time where I'll go in the bedroom with him and I say, let's watch a movie. So I'm carving in time because this relationship means as much to me as the relationships I build with in business. And I
Right.
think we both honor that. Even when he worked outside the home and I was working in home, when I knew he would be home from work, I was done working. So, because I wanted to be there with him to decompress or whatever. Now, I may still would have gotten on the phone 3 hours later and made a few phone calls, but
Yeah.
it was always important to me to make sure that I had time and made time, and there was time for me to be wife,
I like
wife
that.
and friend. So that would be the only other thing I would add to that
I,
response to that question.
I like that. Do you
Yeah.
have anything else?
No, I don't think so.
He
It's been a
talked,
pleasure.
y'all. He talked, y'all. He talked.
I try to.
We thank you guys for being our
Yes.
guests
Hmm.
today. Ladies and gentlemen, we had Coach Alfonso Short and Dr. Anissa Short. They came in and dropped a few gems and talked to us
Hmm.
real good. Thank you guys for joining us today. This was good. This was good. Do you guys have any other questions? And can you let the audience know how to reach you?
All right. So if you want to connect with Alfonso and his Man Exchange platform, you can follow him on YouTube at Man Exchange 2026. He also has a Facebook page, Man Exchange 2026. And then, of course, he's listed on Facebook as Alfonso, Alphonso short. As for me, I'm Dr. Anissa Short on Facebook and LinkedIn, as well as Dr. Anissa C. Short on Instagram. You can find us in all those places. Connect with us and follow us. My podcasts are uploaded to my YouTube channel as well, which is my name again, Dr. Anissa Short.
I love it. Well, thank you guys for being here. Until next time,
Thank
this
you
is
for
Green.
having
Thank you.
us.
Until next time, this has been
See you
another
soon.
Yeah.
episode. Real soon.
Soon, soon.
This has been another episode of the Graceful Gatherings with the Thurmans. I'm their host, Kate Thurman.
And I'm your host, Christopher Thurman.
See you later.